Welcome back, OSLP family. Welcome. You are listening to our Sleep Life podcast, and this is Kelly.
This is Mel.
And I kind of liked how you said your name.
Yeah. This is Mel.
Yeah, sing it out. Sing it out. And we are excited. I've been wanting to do this one forever.
Yeah.
And we're finally able to sit down and put it all together.
Seriously.
Yeah.
So do you want to tell them what the one that you've been wanting to do is?
We are talking about protein. Protein. It is the basis of how we live our lives after bariatric surgery.
Yeah. Like literally they go, just count your protein and water. Like that's it.
So that's all you have to focus on. So we're going to go through how much protein is generally, and we're going to speak in general terms because every surgeon is a little bit different.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk in general terms, and then we're going to give you some ideas on what types of protein are out there.
Yeah.
What we like to eat, what we don't like to eat, and all that jazz.
There's a lot of different stuff because there's a lot of stuff I liked before that I don't like now.
Correct.
And vice versa.
Yes.
So it changes.
Your taste buds change.
They really do change, guys.
Which if you guys were on our Instagram, you probably saw that question, and we got lots of responses. So, and same with the favorite snacks too.
Yeah.
We got a lot of really good protein ideas.
It really helps because you kind of get like stagnant and you just get tired of the same old shit.
Same shit.
You know, it's like I need a variety, or I'm going to go like crazy, or I'm going to eat the things that are not in my plan anymore.
Yes, I do that. I was just literally thinking as you were talking about that, how if I don't have a variety, I end up going to fast food or, going out to eat, which we'll cover that also, of what proteins are out there for when you eat out.
Yeah.
So,
well, then do you want to just start basically like after surgery, like what it looks like for protein?
So, let's back up and do a little bit pre-op.
Okay.
So pre-op for me was a little bit different. I had a 2-week liquid diet.
Yeah, you did.
I still can't believe I went through 2 whole weeks, but
so proud of you.
Thank you. It's hard because it ends up being a full month, 2 weeks pre, 2 weeks post.
It's nuts.
Of nothing but liquids.
Yeah, you and the other followers have to do this. Like, more power to you, man.
Like, it really amps you up for what you're getting yourself into.
I bet, yeah.
And it clears out your system too.
Yeah,
in more ways than one.
How did you feel the 2-week liquid diet?
I mean, I was hungry.
Okay.
I remember hunger.
What was the protein shakes that you're using? So
I used Premier.
Okay, that's pretty...
It's standard.
Yeah, pretty standard.
Most people know what Premier protein is, Quest protein. Those are like the 2 biggies that I think are out there.
That's what my hospital had. Like that's what they gave you was Premier.
Or Ensure. Ensure was another one. Yeah. Which Ensure wasn't too bad, but it's just they're all so watery.
Yeah.
Like they're just watery and they don't have a lot of flavor and it's just not fun to drink, right?
Absolutely not.
What protein did you use?
Just the Premier.
Premier?
Yep, because that's what they showed it to me in the office. And they're like, you're going to want to get these. And I was like, okay. And then they're like, don't get too many because of the taste bud change. I was like, all right. And then, the next time, like when we actually did the surgery, like I had a whole case of them at the house. I had chocolate and vanilla.
Chocolate and vanilla.
Yeah. All right. Plain Jane.
Yeah. Those seem to be the basic. I mean, and these protein companies are really stepping up their games now.
They have been now. I think that they realize like there's a whole community of us that are like,
we need protein.
Are sick and tired of our protein shakes tasting like shit.
And chocolate and vanilla. Those were the 2 flavors. Like they're everywhere. Yeah. Now, I was literally just in Costco and they have like all of the Premier. Look at the guys.
Look. It's telling me to drink.
Yep.
All right.
Mine's in my bag, so I should probably grab mine too. Hydrate,
Spark.
Or Spark. Yelling at us.
Get your water because it's yelling.
I got it right here.
Sorry. Kelly's just hitting everything. You're such a nerd. Okay. I think I've satisfied the Hydrate Spark bottle. It will calm the fuck down.
Okay.
But see how like it's instant. Like your eyes go to it. It draws to it. And then like instantly you're like, all right, I'll just pick it up, take a drink. And it freaking works.
It does. I get through my water goal most days because of that thing.
Seriously.
Because it yells at me and it comes in on my watch. So it yells at me through my watch. It yells at me through my phone. And I'm just like, okay, fine. I'll drink some goddamn water.
Yeah. Like, all right, ma'am. All right. I say ma'am. I think it's because it's pink. I'm like,
yeah, you can call it ma'am.
I have identified my bottle as a girl. So just FYI.
I feel like it'd be a girl.
I'm allowed to. It's my bottle. Yeah. I can do what I want.
I do what I want.
So, okay. Anyway, back to protein.
So there's like all these flavors now, and we do all of our reviews and stuff. So we are constantly trying to keep up with all of the new flavors, everything.
Yeah.
So we tried a couple from Premier that we weren't huge fans of. The cinnamon roll. There was another new one that we tried that we weren't.
I just
didn't like
oats.
the pumpkin.
Yeah, I did not like the pumpkin.
I liked the pumpkin, especially in coffee. Now, I have upgraded to the Devotion.
Yes, you have.
Pumpkin flex flavor in my coffee. Freaking fantastic. And
if you guys, for some reason, don't know what we're talking about with Devotion, that one's a game changer. Because, like, she has made it to where, and her name is Dana, and she has made it to where, like, all of her stuff, like, thickens up.
Yeah. It's
so,
like,
it's awesome.
So you can make, okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yes.
But we went from a very limited selection of protein of Premier, Ensure, Quest.
Yep.
Those were the top ones. And then through you, I discovered Fairlife.
Yep. Fairlife milk.
And then I was like, oh, I can get protein powder and put it with Fairlife and it amps up the protein even more.
Yep.
And Fairlife tastes great. Tastes like just like milk.
Yes, it does.
And then I discovered that Fairlife makes pre-made protein shakes.
And those are good too.
And they're freaking so good. And you can mix, I know I'm getting excited. You can mix the Devotion, or you can mix the Avi in with your pre-made shakes.
Yeah, we did that actually. Like we put in their new peanut butter one, which is delicious.
It's so good. It tastes like a Reese's peanut butter egg.
It totally does.
So good.
Our suggestion is take a big old swig of it first and then put the powder in, because we did not do that.
We made a mess.
A huge mess in Kelly's car.
Yes. I just cleaned it out too.
Whoopsie
it was funny.
daisies.
But so there's lots of different ways you can get your protein in a protein shake form.
Yes.
But the ultimate goal, and I looked it up because I wanted to give you guys the most accurate information.
And you went actually to the
the ASMBS, yes. And I'm pretty freaking proud of the fact that I just rattled that off.
Yeah.
Like
ASMBS.
I knew what I was talking about.
You do.
Yes.
You are an expert.
I am an expert.
That's right.
So most bariatric centers say to get between 60 and 80 grams of protein a day.
Right.
We all know how hard that is.
We know that's hard. And we hear from different doctors, like Dovak said 70 to 90. My doctor said like it needs to be 80 or above. So every, like, obviously you can tell already, every surgeon's a little different. And it's really because like your body composition is like not gonna be the same. Like mine's not gonna be like yours, and that's fine.
Yep.
And we just everybody needs different levels. But what we do know, we need freaking protein no matter what.
We need protein. Yes. Protein for me always came first.
Yes.
I didn't even really eat vegetables for that first like year.
Yeah.
Because I was so focused on eat your meat.
Eat your meat.
Eat your meat. Get your protein. Like it was protein, more protein, more protein. Like that's all I focused on. I didn't go for starches. I didn't go for vegetables. I didn't go for fruits. Like it was all protein.
Yeah. Mine was, it was protein for the first 6 months, but it was like, I just added in veggies because I wanted flavor. I needed more flavor than just meat and protein shakes.
I was just like at the point where I was like, I don't need to fill my body with anything else.
Well, there's vitamins and nutrition in veggies. So
I get it now. Okay. I get it now. Okay, back then I was like, I just need protein, right?
Yeah. You talked to Ellen and she told you to eat more than just protein. You made that decision on your own to only eat protein.
Because I thought protein was the most important over everything.
Well, it is.
And it is.
It is.
But you have to like mix it in.
You
and
do.
I didn't realize that until, I think it was probably around 8 months
Yeah.
that I started introducing, like when I could eat more. Because
Yeah.
it was like, I'm taking 4 bites.
Yeah.
This needs to be packed with protein.
Yeah. I mean, also it depends if you're tracking your protein. Cause like I was tracking my protein throughout the day. And so dinner time came around, like I was already, if I just ate what I was given, then I'd already be at 80. So it's like, yeah, I can have my veggies and whatever, cause it doesn't matter. I've already hit my goal.
Yeah.
So if you're tracking, then you can actually put in all the little sides that you do need for your body.
And there are several different trackers that you can use. I used the Bariatric app.
Yep.
You can download it. You can actually link it to some of the weight loss surgery centers.
Yeah.
But that's a really great tracker. You can put all your food in it, and it like tracks everything up above of your protein, your water, your everything.
Yeah. I just use FitnessPal.
And FitnessPal
That's
is
what I
another
use.
great one.
Cause like I was tracking, I mean, you didn't have to track your calories, but I could see it. I'd be like, oh, okay, I only got like 1,000 today. So that's fine. Like back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are 2 different trackers that you can use. I would recommend track your protein as much as possible.
Okay. So here's the deal. The first year, guys.
The first year.
Please just track your stuff. I know it's annoying, but this is your new life. And if you want to be successful, and you don't have to be like working out like a shit ton. We've met people that actually don't work out, but they're so good on their food and water that they have lost a shit ton of weight. But they're so like they follow that to the T. So if what we suggest is the first year following it to the T, whatever your surgeon tells you, because they give you that sheet. Remember, they give you like this whole list. These are the foods that you can eat now, and then these are foods to avoid. And like that's all I did. We took the sheet that says these are the things to eat during the time frame, and then that's what Eric would make. So that's what we did.
All right.
Yeah. So like if it had veggies on there, then he would incorporate the veggies. But the first few weeks, it's the liquid diet, all protein.
Yes.
The little Dixie cups.
Yep.
My little timer.
Yep.
And then, I mean, that's why I ended up hating Premier, not just because it's plain and it's just like too liquidy. It was like they would get warm sitting there because I'm trying to like balance water every 15 minutes with the protein every 15 minutes. And protein shakes warm is disgusting.
Oh, yeah. It's
like,
not good.
Literally,
it's not good.
I had a flashback of just what it was. And I was like, I can just picture it right now, like in the little Dixie cup still. Like, it's gross.
If it's in my coffee, so like an iced coffee, and it's like the very bottom, I can typically drink it.
Yeah.
But it can't just be straight, like warm protein.
No, I would just like try to shoot it back. I'll be like, okay. I was like, because I'll tell Eric, I'm like, hey, can you put the rest in the fridge, like the rest of the bottle? And we'd had 4 Dixie cups up. And so I would just every 15 minutes trying to get that in. And then the next hour I would go to water.
Oh.
So that's what I did.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. That's the only
I went back and forth.
between
so I didn't get
protein,
bored.
water. Yeah.
Because mine was every 30 minutes.
Oh.
So
why was mine every 15?
Well, again, every surgeon's a little bit different on their timing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I did every 30. And I just would have 1 30-minute, I would have protein. 1 30-minute, I would have water. And then that way I didn't get like super bored with one thing or the other. I mean, it's still boring.
I was going to say, I don't know about it was boring. It was more just like the task. I was just like, let's just complete the task.
Well, that and being like having to walk and then you have to track all of it. It was just, it's a lot. It
can be, but also like just don't overthink it. Like literally just do what the doctor tells you to do. And then it's super easy. Because then what I experienced was like kind of a relief. Not having to find, what am I eating today? What am I doing today? It would drive me nuts. Like, you know, and I know everybody out there that has some sort of partner. What are we doing for dinner today? And sometimes it can cause an argument and sometimes it doesn't. But it was so nice for the first couple of years. And I mean couple of years for me because literally like I stuck to that for 2 years basically. Yeah. And it was easy because like we had the list. This is what I can and can't eat. Boom, done. I remember when we were going into the soft foods and it says you can grind up some meat and mix it and stuff. And Eric's like, we're not doing that. And I was like, why is all that is disgusting. He's like, as a cook, I am not doing that for you. So I think that's probably why like my mushy stage and like soft foods, like they were very like separated because Eric's like, I'm not mushing up meat.
Got it.
So I didn't have any meat or anything until it was soft food time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and another thing with those soft food and pureed stage, I did not realize that you could take yogurt and put protein powder in it.
Yeah, I didn't know that till Cheyenne. If you're listening,
we love you, Cheyenne.
I love you because you taught us this trick that we wish that we knew years ago.
Yeah, in your yogurt, in your cottage cheese, like all of these things that I was like, oh.
Right, because I just assume protein powder goes in protein shakes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And then I obviously heard the whole broth thing, like the unflavored, put it in your broth.
And I tried that and it was disgusting.
Yep.
It was disgusting.
Yep.
I did not buy the right unflavored. I bought out of the bulk at Winco. And I was like, this should be the same, right? No.
It's not.
No.
It's not.
No, it's really not.
Oh, yeah. It would get clumpy. No matter how fast you freaking like spun that thing, it was not working. It was gross, nasty.
Well, and
but now we know.
Yeah, we know, and we know to temper.
Yeah, I had no idea to temper.
In now, like where we didn't realize that was a thing.
No, I didn't even know what tempering was until Avi.
Yeah,
to be honest, because they gave us the thing to use.
Yep.
So like I'm like in the kitchen with a whisk and a pot, just trying to go as fast as possible, and it's just not breaking up. Like I treated it like flour.
Yeah,
like,
and it's not.
It's not like flour. And
no.
I think that's why, like, and we'll get to this a little bit later, but like why I was so impressed with Dana's stuff, because it's not just for protein shakes.
Exactly.
I was like, wait, what? Hold on. My protein powder can do this? This is nuts.
Yeah, I didn't realize it either.
No idea.
I think Obvi kind of opened up my eyes to you can use it for other things beyond like just drinking it.
Well, and flavors.
And then Devotion just kind of like amped it up even more.
Yep.
And so, I mean, those are, and you guys will hear us reference Devotion and Obvi a lot because we love them.
Well, that's what we use.
Yeah,
so that's what we have in our kitchen.
Yeah.
Like if you go look at our kitchen right now, you'll see 2 big things of Devotion for me, and then I have like a corner of Avi because like we just mix shit. Like now I can test it out. Test it out. I can have my protein with my collagen, and there's 10 grams of the collagen protein in it. So it's like boom, done.
Which has changed.
Yeah, guys, look, shiny.
Yeah, shiny hair,
new growth,
good skin.
Do that.
Good nails. Yeah, like.
I don't just cut my hair into that.
Yeah.
That's new growth.
Yep.
So anybody, I know that the people are listening cannot see that, but
yes,
if you are a patron, you can.
Yes. So I wanted to know, and this is one of the ones I Googled.
Okay. What did you Google?
Can you get too much protein?
Yeah.
Because I was like,
that's
wait
a concern
minute.
For
like,
people.
What happens if you get 150 grams? Like, you know, what does that look like? So,
and bodybuilders do this. Like we've heard them say it's like in the hundreds, like the high hundreds.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
And so it said, try not to exceed the range of recommended daily protein unless instructed to do so by your physician or dietitian. Excess protein intake will result in excess caloric intake, and any excess calories that are not burned are stored as fat.
Yes.
And I believe that after a certain point, it can cause like gout in some people?
That's meat. So if you have too much meat protein, you can, like my brother has it because he went on like he did the carnivore diet, and because of the meat proteins in that, and that he was having it for so long, caused him to have gout. And it's actually more, it's the
mercury.
No, it's in males though. It's pretty unheard of for women.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, you guys can fact check me, because I don't know that for sure. But that's when I looked up when my brother was having the pain in his foot, because he's like, it hurts so bad. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, literally, if I put any pressure on this foot, like I will scream.
Oh.
And I was like, holy shit. And I was like, what is that from? And he's like, yeah, I switched to the carnivore diet, and now it happens every time because it's just high protein levels. And there's obviously something in it that's causing it too. So, but it makes sense why like bodybuilders do the high protein because they're burning it. So it makes sense, like, because they're lifting all the crazy weight.
Try to stay in the range
that your surgeon tells you.
Yeah, your surgeon or your dietitian gives you. Whenever you start a new program, working out, anything like that, you should probably double check with your surgeon to make sure that your protein levels are the way they're supposed to be.
Yeah, consult with your doctor at all times because we're not doctors, guys.
Guess what? We're not doctors.
Not a doctor.
Not a doctor.
What I wanted to piggyback on that was the protein. Shit. I think I lost it. Yep, completely gone.
Okay.
Never mind.
Cool.
I'll get back to that.
We'll just move on. And then this was the other thing. Why is protein high after bariatric surgery? That was another question I had. And so it says bariatric surgery reduces your body's excess body fat, but you also lose some of the muscle mass along the way.
Right.
A high protein diet builds lean muscle, which revs up your metabolism and helps you burn more calories when you start exercising again after surgery.
Perfect.
So that is like the perfect explanation of why we need protein.
Yeah.
After.
Yeah.
And it's funny because a lot of these things I didn't even ask. Like, why? Why do I need high protein?
Yeah, I just was like, okay. I remember.
You said to do it? Okay.
Yep, that's what I'll do. No, I remember Dr. Patterson told me, like, because I didn't ask why, but I was like, that seems like a high number. And she's like, well, you're going to lose muscle mass regardless, no matter what you do, it's going to happen. Or we're just trying to prevent like a less amount.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, okay, that works.
That makes sense.
So she's like, when you can be released to work out, go work out. It doesn't have to be heavy, but we want you to do weight training actually over cardio because they want to build up the muscle mass that you lost. And I was like, okay, that works. And that's why I did do all of like the squats and the like kettlebell swings because it was like heavy lifting. So,
I mean, makes sense.
Yeah. And then I remember now what I was going to say.
Okay.
Was when we did the episode with Dr. Dovak, she broke down like, so if you're doing like 70 grams, like that's going to help you maintain your weight. Like 80 and 90 will actually help you lose weight. And she said it was like not even just for bariatric patients. That's for everyone. Everyone. And then if you're under, that's where you're not going to lose weight. So if you are feeling any stalls, you need to do the protein 70 or higher. And you need to do that for a little bit. Like, you can't just do it for a day and then tomorrow you're going to lose weight. Like,
no, it takes a few weeks.
You actually have to let your body process it. And I know that's annoying. And we're just like, why is it not doing it? Damn it. Like, I weighed myself yesterday.
All you want to do is just see that number drop. And
it will.
You
just have to hit the goals.
Yes.
There's a reason why they're there.
And you should be tracking. So we're going to do it again.
Yeah.
You need to be tracking. So if you are newly post-op, and you aren't tracking, go download one of the apps. We'll wait. And add your protein and water.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, I'm going to just say, that's another reason why I love this freaking bottle.
It tracks it for you.
It tracks it for you. It's on an app.
Yeah.
And you just open the app and it's like, oh, you're at 48 ounces. Cool.
Yeah, because every time you set it down like Kelly just did, it weighs it. So it knows how much water is gone from when it was previous. That's how it's calculating. And then once you refill it, I'm just like a weirdo. I don't know if you have to do this, but like I fill it and then I set it down real quick and let it sit. So I can calculate it.
You're so funny.
I know. I'm like, because I love numbers. I'm like, I want it to be as accurate as possible. And that's what it says is like, keep setting it down so that way it can calculate.
Yeah.
So,
you don't want to carry it the whole time.
Yeah. And I actually put a little hook on mine.
You did?
Yeah. A little, what are they called? A lanyard?
No, it's not a lanyard. It's a...
like one of those like mountain climber.
Carabiners.
Yeah. So that way I can hook it onto shit.
Why I know what that's called, I will never know.
I'm happy that you know what it's called.
Yeah, carabiner.
Yeah. So that would make... anyway... I'm all about ease of use. So the easier it is to like have your water on you, I'm all about having protein on you. Let's do it. Because really, guys, at the end of the day, you're tracking two numbers.
Water, protein.
I mean, that's all they really want you to do. Why? I don't understand why we get in our heads.
We make it more difficult than it is.
100% we do.
Yes. The one thing that I was thinking is, nope, lost it.
So what was your first solid protein?
I believe it was chicken.
Yeah. Like meat-wise, it was chicken.
I believe.
I think mine was too.
Because I'm trying to think like, because I did have meat in, because my soft food and pureed stage was kind of blurred.
Right.
So it was not like super regimented where it was like, okay, here I'm in purees.
Yep.
Okay, now I'm in soft foods. She was like, you'll know if it's like, if you can't handle it. And so I did start out with like the beans and cheese.
Yep.
Eggs, very soft food. And I made sure to chew it 25 times before I swallowed.
And that's important too.
That is important, especially if you're having like a tougher meat, like steak, pork, chicken, because most of the time we overcook meat.
Speak for yourself.
Well, you guys are a different breed.
I was gonna say, we don't overcook anything. Like, it's just, I know me, and when I like something, when it's meaty, I just like, I chomp it up, I'm like, arr, and then swallow. Meaty.
That's a new term. I like it.
So like
meaty.
That's the thing is like when it comes to meat, like I do eat it too quickly. So I'm like,
you're not chewing it.
Because I'm like, ooh, this tastes good. And then I just swallow. So I just need to like actually do 25 bites and be mindful of it.
Yes.
Oh, I know what I said. And
I said what I said. I heard what I said.
And I think you want me to be proud of you for not saying what you're going to have to say.
Yep.
But I'm not.
Because then that's what she said.
Because you still
screw you.
You still laughed and gave me the look. I'm like,
but
so
I didn't say it.
But you don't.
But I didn't
saying
say
it without saying it.
No, I didn't say it. It did not come out of my mouth.
It's the acknowledgement part.
I keep hitting my mic today. Me and Mike are getting close today.
There you go.
I've named my mic in case any of you.
I think that's adorable.
His name is Mike.
Mike the mic.
Mike the microphone.
There you go.
First name Mike, last name microphone.
You know what's funny is that the things that you ate first are literally all the things that I ate first too. It was like the beans and cheese were first, and then it was the eggs,
cottage cheese,
and then it was cottage cheese, and then it was chicken.
Did you eat a lot of yogurt?
No.
Okay, neither did I. I felt like it was too high in sugar.
Fuck your face.
I know.
That's not why I didn't. I just had because I had it in my protein shake every morning.
So you did have a lot of yogurt.
Yeah, but I didn't eat it like just yogurt.
No, but you had yogurt.
Yes, I had 2 spoonfuls of yogurt in my protein shake every morning.
Okay. I had like 0 yogurt.
So, because it's good for your gut health.
Yes.
So, because of all the antibiotics in it. So that's why they're like, yeah, you should do that.
Yeah.
So I did.
Yeah.
I did. And it's on the list of things to eat.
It is. I just.
Kelly was like, fuck this list. I have my own idea of what I should be doing. Like, she like looked at it like, that's just a suggestion, right?
Maybe.
It's like speed science. You're like, that's just a suggested speed. Like, I can go 80 and a 70.
I mean, I feel like that's the way I live my life.
It's true.
A little bit. Like, I if you tell me to do something, I'm going to be like, but does it really need to be like done like that? Like, I can do this though, right? Like, I don't listen to... Yeah, suggestions.
It's very funny because you are very accurate about yourself right now.
Oh, yeah.
She really is.
I know that.
I've watched it firsthand and I was like, no fucking way. Like,
yeah, everything that you say to me is suggested.
It's like, it's listed. And then she's like, what? I'm like, it's right there.
Nope.
It's right there.
Nope.
It tells you. And you're
it's
like,
suggested.
No, yeah, exactly. I thought that was suggestions. I was like, do this now. Okay.
No, it's a suggestion.
And see, and I'm very structured. Like, you give me a list, I'll nail a list. I will do everything on the list.
Yes, you will.
I don't even care whether I won't even ask why. I'll just be like, all right, cool.
Done deal. And I'm like, do I? I mean, do I really? No. And another thing is I like to, when I do something, I like to go as far to that line as physically possible.
Yeah, I'm learning
with
that
everything
too.
in my life.
Yeah.
I like to step a couple toes over and then I'll pull back real quick.
She does.
Yep.
She does. I'm learning that as well.
I do it with my hair, tanning.
I just laugh at the tail because you're so right. Because once we were like, too much, you're like, okay.
Let's pull it back a little bit.
It's like you needed the audience to be like, nope, too far.
It was too orange. Bring it back.
You don't look natural.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the deal. We want to keep you looking natural.
Exactly. But I do like everything. I like to go as far forward as possible. And I use everything as a suggestion because if it's not what I want to do, then I will find a way around.
To do what you want to do.
Yeah.
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 What I do love about you is that we can speak freely and tell you like, hey, too far. And then she's like, okay, cool.
Yeah. I don't care.
It's like,
well, it's like
so
I know
nice.
this about myself.
Yeah.
So when somebody mentions something, I'm like, okay, I got you.
I know. There's just,
that was a little too far.
There's so many people that get so defensive right away. And where I'm just like, please don't.
Why? Because I know, like, I'm not perfect.
No, none of us are perfect.
Yeah. So, I mean, here's my level though. You talk to me in a level tone.
Yeah.
And I can hear whatever you have to say, and I will take my own advisement into that. But you talk down to me.
Like that condescending tone. Yeah, that'll suck.
Literally, I'm going to look at you and go, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck your face.
Go fuck your face.
Peace.
Peace. Because no. Everybody deserves to be talked to with respect. Right. And if you are feeling like you need to talk to me about something, obviously it's important to you to talk to me about it. Yeah. So I need to give you the respect of listening to you.
Yeah.
That's fair. What's her face said? Do I have your permission to speak freely? That's what it was.
Yeah, I'm going to start using that.
Yes.
Because I think that will go a long way in like relationships.
Well, and not only like, I think it's like in every aspect, right? Because we all know me and Melanie spend a lot of time together. We're together most days for at least a couple hours.
Yep.
And I mean, we're basically sisters at this point. So sisters fight or they have disagreements.
Yeah.
And as long as you say, do I have your permission to speak freely? You can keep that open communication because that's what's needed in order to A, run a business together.
Yeah.
B, run a podcast and every type of social media out there together.
Yep.
And sometimes people are not perfect. There's off months, there's off weeks, there's off years, however you want to look at it.
However you want to look at it. Well, and it makes it easier to feel like, well, one, it sets you up to know like something's coming, like you can prepare mentally and you can say no and be like, okay, cool.
You can say no. I don't want to hear hit me up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can,
today's not the day.
Yeah. So it's cool. Like you get the preamble of like, maybe I don't want to hear stuff right now. We'll talk later. When you can be mentally ready or whoever you're talking to can be mentally ready for it.
Yeah.
Because I think I would feel better if people would do that with me because like my hands are in everything a lot during the day where I'm like doing work, doing podcasts, like trying to get Dylan to school, like just so many different things. And it's like, if someone could be like, hey, can I speak to you freely and not just come in the room or like in the car, just be like, bah. It's like, whoa, hold on. And then I get like flustered and I'm like, this is not the time, that will happen to me.
Well, and there's sometimes where Mel will be doing something and I'll be like, well, let me know when you're done because I got to talk to you about something. Or I'll start talking and she'll put one finger up and I'll be like, okay, cool.
Yep.
I'm just going to wait over here.
Yep.
Wait until you are ready to speak to me. But no, like it's actually a good way of holding conversations when people are doing stuff because we are constantly multitasking with everything. And so it's nice to know that we can say like, hey, hold up, just one sec. Let me finish this thought. And then I'm all yours.
Yeah. I love it.
We got way off topic. Okay. So back onto protein.
Yes.
What were your favorite snack or like, what was your favorite protein? Like once you're through pureed, once you're through soft foods, like real food, what was your favorite thing to have?
It was beans.
Really?
Yeah. Because I could have it any time of day.
Oh.
And I would throw hot sauce in it. So I would literally do like, I would do beans and I know I'm weird. I just threw some salt on it. And then I would do hot sauce on top and a little bit of cheese. No.
Okay. A little bit of cheese.
A little bit of cheese on top, mix it in. And then I could eat that for any snack, any time of day. Oh. And I loved it. I actually still do that.
I do it too sometimes. I'll just heat up a can of beans.
Yeah.
And really now I eat a lot of Flex Pro.
Yeah.
Because I can just go to oh my God. Mike is just attacking me today. I can go to the protein side of it and eat like as much as I can and then take a few bites of veggies.
The other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A few bites of veggies. Oh my God.
I still go more towards protein.
That's good.
Than
you
anything
should.
else.
You should.
And I feel like that's going to be a constant throughout your entire life.
Mm-hmm.
You are just always going to have to think of protein first.
Well, and I think that's the way we should look at it is like when you take this leap, like you're saying, okay, I'm going to follow all the directions. Like this is my new life. This is a new lifestyle. Like I know people like lifestyle change and they think that's a stupid phrase, but that's really what it is. And it's like, yeah, this is just you now. This is what I do. This is how I eat. Like it's just like anything else. Like if I was all of a sudden allergic to peanuts, then I couldn't have peanuts nowhere near me, you know? So like same thing. I don't need any of the carbs right now, like especially in the beginning. We're going straight for meat.
Well, and with all these barbecues and stuff coming up, because we're going to, summer's here.
Yeah.
And people are going to be barbecuing. I know that patrons will get this before 4th of July. But after, even there'll be barbecues all summer, right?
Yeah. And we've already had a few.
And the cool thing about barbecues is it's basically meat-based.
It is.
Most people do like brisket, ribs, burgers, dogs, like
not actual dogs. Hot dogs.
Of course not actual dogs. Like who?
I'm just saying, you said dogs.
Hot dogs.
Okay.
Hot dogs.
Polish dogs, brats.
Hot dog.
The whole
dog,
thing.
Hot diggity dog.
That's a good song.
It's a good song. So a lot of it's meat-based.
It is.
And people usually like do charcuterie boards or, there's or like meatballs, the little tiny wiener things.
My favorite. The little smokies.
The little smokies.
Yeah.
So, a lot of it can be very, very protein-based. So when you're in your barbecues, like make sure that you're hitting that meat first. Eat that. If you're still hungry, then go towards something else.
Well, what's funny is all of my barbecues have changed, and you've been to the last few. I've noticed like there's no sweets.
Yeah.
There hasn't been.
Yeah.
We just don't bring we don't like offer that. So like people can bring it whatever you want. But what we've noticed is like because we prepare the meat. So we buy all the meat and then people bring the sides. And typically it's a veggie tray, it's a salad. It's fruit.
Chips are the only like random, not healthy thing.
Yep. But there's never sweets at the house.
No, we usually just get watermelon. Because
and call it good.
I can eat loads of watermelon.
You and my kid both, watermelon. Man. I love watermelon, but like I noticed that if it sits out, like there's kind of like a stickiness to it now. Like at the end.
Stickiness?
It gets sticky. Yeah. Because there's a lot of sugar in watermelon.
Oh, yeah.
There's a shit ton.
There is. But that's why it's so damn good.
It is.
And it's better than going and getting an ice cream.
It depends on how much watermelon you eat.
Well, it's not like
I'm just saying, like, if you compare things, like, just strictly on sugar-based levels, like, eventually it's the same. Because my primary care told me that, like, when I would eat bread, she's like, you're basically having a piece of cake every night. And I was like, really? And she's like, yeah, because it's the same intake of sugars and carbs. She's like, do you want the cake? Do you want the bread? And I was like, well, I like both, but typically my brain would go towards the bread.
Mine would be cake. 100%. I love cake.
Yeah, you're a cake girl.
Yeah, I'm a sweets girl. Like I love my sweets.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just like learning how to like maneuver around liking sweets.
So speaking of sweets, though, okay, so I've been obsessed with crumble cookie. Like, I love crumble cookie. It's delicious. I love that the flavors change every week. And I'm like, okay, Kelly, you're going to have to like cool it on the crumble cookie because they're not great for you, right?
Right.
So I was showing the new flavors to my mom. I know, I'm obsessive. I have the app. And
you should delete the app. Anyway.
That's not happening because I love crumble cookie. Like we're like this. And each cookie is only 110 calories.
Yeah. Cookies are not high in calorie. They're high in sugar. So what's the sugar intake on that? Yeah.
Okay, we're going to look that up because I didn't think about that. And that is why I bounce things off of Mel. Because I'm like, oh, it's only 100. I can eat 5. It's fine.
Which is so funny because she's looking at the sugar on yogurt, but she won't look at the sugar on cookies. See that? See, like your mind is automatic, like subconsciously, you're like, no, but I want the cookie, so I'm not going to look at the sugar intake. Like, that's how I see it. I don't know if I'm accurate or not, but that's how I feel.
8 grams.
Is that for the whole cookie?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm sure that's half a cookie.
Because says
crumble cookie is super sweet.
Yeah, but it's...
Can I read it?
I mean, I'm trying to figure out, like... Because it says a
container.
Yeah, I'm like, what's a container?
Okay, so if this was saying, like... It says per container, guys. But it says that there's 5.5 servings per container, which makes me nervous. Because that would mean, Kelly, that if this is one cookie, that's...
Yeah, that's not happening anymore.
Okay. 10 times 5.5 is... 50.5 grams of sugar.
We're just going to move that back.
Sorry.
We're going to just move on from that.
But you guys know, like, we've done research. Like, I haven't gone to Arby's. You know why? Because they fucking ruined it when we did the fast food, because I was like, oh my God.
It did. It really did.
So high in carbs that it was it was so bad. But for protein wise, like, I would say, so once I got out of like all the soft foods, the liquids and everything, I was just solid. I mean, I was having chicken, steak, fish, like everything every other night. Yeah. I got tired of cottage cheese. I would bring that for lunch. I even did the whole mixing it with fruit and whatever. I'm just not a fan. The texture was starting to get to me. And what I noticed with cottage cheese, I need it like cold as fuck. If it's like, if it is like anywhere near like a room temperature, like even a little bit, I'm like, nope, get it away from me. It's gross.
Like, that's not happening.
Not happening. And I know it's just a mental thing because it has like the curds and whatever. So, but I would focus a lot of it was on cheese, almonds, and meat. That's pretty much what I did all day long, but especially at work because I had an office job. So I would do my protein shake in the morning, and I literally brought it to work because it's the one I would make. And then, throughout the day, I would just have little snacks. Yeah. They were all like 100% protein based. And then, when I got home, I'd have my dinner, and then I'd have the veggies and stuff. Yeah.
So these are 12 foods that are high in protein.
Ooh, let's see it.
So chicken breast, which is 23 grams of protein.
Yeah, it's a lot. I love it.
And so chicken breast, I was talking to somebody who also has weight loss surgery. Okay. And they said they can't do chicken breast. It's too dry. Okay. Like, it just does not sit well. But they can do chicken thighs.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a little bit more tender. Yep. It's easier to chew up. It's juicier. I didn't want to use that word.
It's the dark meat. The dark meat's juicier.
Yeah. So it's a little bit more higher in calories, higher in fat. But I would rather have a little bit more fat in my diet than eat something like chicken breast.
Well, and to play devil's advocate, for the first year, you're not counting anything else but protein.
Exactly.
And water.
Exactly.
So you're not supposed to focus on how much fat is in this, how many calories are in this, how many carbs. You're literally just get those high protein numbers in. That's why I focus on chicken and fish, because I believe chicken and fish are one of the highest.
Yes. Sirloin steak is 20 grams. Yep. Salmon is 20 grams. Tuna is 23 grams.
Yeah.
Cottage cheese is 13. Yeah. Now, this is all per serving, guys. So keep that in mind. Greek yogurt, 9. Mozzarella cheese has 22 grams of protein.
Yeah, that's why I do the cheese sticks that are mozzarellas. And then we swapped for a while of just like shredded mozzarella on everything.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like low in the fat. Yeah.
1 egg is 6 grams.
Yep.
Navy beans have 22 grams of protein.
The hell is a navy bean?
You don't know what a navy bean is? Nope. It's like white.
It's like garbanzo beans?
No. I'll show you.
Okay.
So that's what they look like.
Oh, I've seen those.
Yeah.
They almost look like pinto beans, but they're not.
But they're white.
Got it.
Lentils are 26 grams of protein.
Holy shit.
Lentils can go in pretty much anything. So if you are making any type of bake or anything like that, you could put lentils in there, and that's going to amp up your protein like nobody's business. Yep. That is how vegetarians get their protein, is through beans, lentils, things like that.
Yeah.
Quinoa.
Cool.
Is 14 grams of protein. Now, I've never been able to eat quinoa.
I've tried it so many different ways. I'm just not a fan.
I can't find it. But if you like quinoa, there you go. 14 grams.
I was told it was like couscous.
It is not.
And so when I ate it, I was like, I like couscous. We can do this.
Yeah.
Nope.
It is not like couscous.
Yeah,
so whoever told, they fucking lied straight through their teeth.
Yep.
Freaking bastards. And then finally, chickpeas.
Yeah.
Are 19 grams of protein. Now, I like chickpeas in my hummus.
I said, well, hummus is made out of chickpeas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So hummus is really good on pretty much anything. You can put it on sandwiches. If you do like a
spread.
Yeah. You can use it as a spread. You're going to get extra protein. You can use it in the mini bell peppers, cucumbers. I mean, there's a buttload of stuff that you can do with hummus.
Yeah. And I would add on to the high protein is avocado.
Ooh, yes.
Because I ate a shit out of avocado. I
love avocado.
I still do.
Yeah.
I have an avocado at least once a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I make my avocado ranch and that's how I eat it.
Yeah.
Because it's literally just fresh avocado that is put in there.
Yeah. I liked it. I started liking it so much that I would just cut the slices, throw some salt and pepper on it and just eat it straight.
Oh, yeah.
It's delicious.
Yeah. Some people do the half of the avocado, take the pit out.
Yep.
And then you put like a chicken salad in it, or you do like a tuna salad or something, and then you just eat it like that.
Okay.
So you're getting a little bit of that chicken salad with the avocado. I mean, you could even do, I've actually done it where you do the half of the avocado, and then you put the beans and meat and cheese and everything
I've done that too.
in the avocado, and then you eat it. So that's another way to get.
I tried to do once, I tried to do like a fried egg in it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've seen that.
It didn't work really well for me.
Oh.
But it was just, I fucked it up. It's still like afterwards, it tasted good. I couldn't get it in the hole and it was just having some issues for me. So, but avocado is a great source. Eggs are a great source. And especially when you put them all together.
Egg bites.
And we love our egg bites.
Yes.
You guys know this. Literally we had some today.
We did.
I think once a week at least we have them.
Usually it's on a day that we have to get up and be moving and get stuff done. I usually get my coffee and then I get us egg bites.
Yep.
Come over here, or Mel on Thursdays. Sometimes you'll pick them up.
Yep.
Bring them over.
Because normally if we're doing anything early, and this is not the fact you guys maybe even care that we do this, but legit, if we have a meeting or to do an episode, we're we need to be on, we need to have our water, our protein going, because we always feel the best when we do those things. Because we notice if we don't get our protein, Kelly calls it being stupid, which I don't know if I like.
It's a little stupid.
Harsh.
It's a little hangry. It's like a mix of those two things put together.
For me, it's when you can say the thing in your head, but you can't get it out in your mouth. It just the connection isn't happening. I can freaking see it, hear it in my head, and I can't pronounce it. That's when I know I need protein.
Oh, definitely. Or when I can't come up with something creative.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty creative. I can usually come up with a bunch of stuff, but if I'm haven't eaten, there's no way that's happening.
No, and we've learned it's all connected. The protein and your water intake, for your brain, it needs it to function.
It does.
It really does.
Yes.
It's gasoline for your brain. And that's why I told my kid, because this actually happened 2 weeks ago, and I felt good about it because he's like, I'm like, what's going on? You're not moving at a snail.
Oh, yeah.
Remember? Yeah. He was moving not fast. And it was
not fast.
You have to teach your kid urgency. You're like, pick it up. What are you doing? We have to leave in fucking 15 minutes and you're like, and it was driving me bonkers. I'm like, are you okay? What is happening? He's like, I just don't feel good. I feel really tired and sluggish. And I was like, have you eaten today? And he goes, no. And I go, okay, honey. So understand, you're forcing your body to do something without any fuel. So I'm like, I don't know why you think by not giving it any more fuel that it's going to work. You're really putting expectations on your body that it can't do. It's kind of interesting that we all do this shit to ourselves.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But I'm trying to teach my 15-year-old hey, no, stop what you're doing. Let's eat. And I was like, here's a protein shake. He's like, I don't like it. Don't care. Shake it up. Drink at least half. That's all I told him to do. And he did. Drank half of it. Put the other part in the fridge. Within 10 minutes, he's like, thank you. And I go, for what? And he's like, it actually worked. Like, I feel a lot better. And I was like, see, your brain just needed some food. It needed help. And we got to help our bodies feel better. And that's not by restricting. Like, you have to give it food and water.
Definitely.
And vitamins and sleep.
Yes.
The top 4. I know we're focusing on protein today, but those are the top 4.
Well, it's
protein,
true.
Water, vitamins, sleep. If you can get all those in, you're going to feel amazing. I know the first few years, I mean, I feel good now, but the first few years, my energy level was insane.
Oh, yeah.
And when I would wake up, I'm awake. Let's go. Let's do stuff. I'm not sitting at home. Like, we are ready to go. And it's because you're fueling your body so much. And what we've learned with all the doctors we talk to is routine as well. Like, if you can eat at the same times every day, it doesn't have to be the same foods, just the same time, your body loves it.
Yes.
Your body really craves routine and structure. But it's funny because humans want to fight against that all day long. But if you just give in to that and not care that you're like a drone a little bit about like when you eat, then you're going to feel good.
I have the hardest time with that.
I know you do. I yell at you all the time.
Yeah, because I will not eat all day and then eat something at night. And then I crave sweets because I haven't had enough protein. And then I'm kind of stupid and a little tired.
That's actually, we've got that from doctors. That's key is like, if you don't have protein all day, then you're going to crave the stuff that
the bad stuff.
Yeah, the bad stuff. Not really bad stuff, but not protein.
Not protein.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got different types of protein.
Yes, we do.
So we have whey protein, which is from milk.
Yes.
So if you are lactose intolerant, like super lactose intolerant, you probably don't want to go for whey. But it is well absorbed, easily used by the body. So it's best for building muscle or for us after bariatric surgery.
Yep.
So, and then we have casein, which is also protein in milk.
Yeah, it's a dairy casein because the whey and casein comes from cows.
Yes. And casein is actually released slower than whey.
Right.
So casein is actually really good if you want to stay full longer.
Yep.
Now, whey protein is absorbed better. So that's why they typically suggest that you go for whey protein. Yeah. Well, and it is for building muscles.
I don't think I've seen protein that just here's casein.
Oh, yeah. They have it in the like GNC and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Because when we found out that Dylan was lactose intolerant, we had to like pare back anything that was dairy. And she told us to look at the labels because casein is in a lot of things. And so he's lactose intolerant. We found out.
Because a lot of the whey proteins and stuff will have a casein blend.
Right.
Or a isolate blend
of it. Yeah.
Of it. So keep that in mind. And then there's also egg whites.
Yeah.
And then there is soy, which is a plant-based. There's pea, which is also plant-based. And then there's hemp, which is also plant-based.
Yes.
So you've got some that are plant-based, and then you've got some that are the animal-based. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because there's animal proteins and plant-based proteins.
Yes.
What I've learned over the years is a couple things. One, soy, the whole debunking of the men and the...
Oh, yeah, because that was a huge thing for a while.
Yeah. What is it? They have testosterone. We have estrogen. So they were saying that they're going to have more estrogen because of the soy. I believe that got debunked. The other thing was, pull up that list again. Because you had it. Oh, so when healing, so say like if you're in a car accident, I only know this because I do injury for vehicle accidents. And I just noticed it through the charts that I've read is that if you are plant-based, it actually, like 100% plant-based, it actually can take you longer to heal. Oh. Because there's actual really good proteins in animal protein that help you heal quicker. So there is a thing about that. You guys can go read about that. I did learn that through my work because that was pretty interesting. Like if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, it could take you longer to heal because of different proteins your body needs to heal.
There we go. So you heard it from Mel.
Take a look at that.
And then the other thing that I wanted to kind of go over was
Like knowing your protein powders?
Yeah. So like I know that because we've had a lot of debates over Obvi.
Yeah.
Because
it's collagen.
Some people say that protein from collagen is not a complete protein. And so you can't count it towards your end goal.
Right.
But the cool thing about Obvi is you can take it and put it in a normal protein powder or a protein shake. And you can use it that way.
And they do have whey protein powders now.
They do. They actually have two. They have a chocolate cake and they have the unicorn.
Yep.
Which Mel loves the unicorn.
I love the unicorn.
I can't wait to try the chocolate cupcake.
I know. That's going to be fun.
Because I love chocolate. Yeah. So I'm a huge fan of chocolate. So, and that's easy to do. So you can just pair your flavors. So Devotion, I use angel food cake. It's my absolute favorite because it goes with everything.
Yep.
And I'll do 1 scoop of that. And then I'll do 1 scoop of the peanut butter cup. And it's with my coffee. And it's so good. So good, guys. And then you can add flex flavors if you want. So you can put it in peanut butter crunch. You can put it in caramel. You could, I mean, there's so many different options.
And then what we love about Devotion too is that they're samples. So you can actually figure out what you truly like and then you can actually go buy what you want, like, and what you actually enjoy because we're all different. So just because because Kelly doesn't like the unicorn of like the Obvi because it's too sweet.
Yep.
Which is
so weird.
Which is funny because like I don't like things that are too sweet and you normally do. But on that one, like I think I just like the texture so much of it and it tastes so good that I'm just like awesome.
Yeah.
And because like it is it's called a meal replacement. So that's what I hear all the time. Is it a meal replacement?
Yes.
And that's the deal with like how I love the cinnamon toast from Obvi. No, it's not a full meal replacement, but I'm mixing it with Fairlife. So to me, it's a full meal replacement because I'm getting the 13 grams of protein from the Fairlife and then I get the 10 grams of collagen protein from them. So it's like, yeah, for me, I feel like that's fine.
And it's all based on what you want. I mean, once you get past a certain point, for that first year.
Yeah.
It's whatever works best for you.
For you and your body.
But that first year, you definitely need to stick to your plan.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's why it's like, the liquid diet is the way that it is. It's like do the protein shakes, then you do the soft foods, and then you go into the true foods. Because if I've learned through all the dietitians we've talked to, they want you to go to meat first. They really do want you to go to the real food first. And then do the shake second.
Or like, the protein bars or something like that.
Anything that's not the meat because like you just get more for your buck when it comes to meat. It's basically. Because like I was impressed about the numbers of like chicken having 20 something grams. And that's only like 4 ounces or something.
Yeah.
So if
it's
you just
a very small amount.
Yeah. So if you just did that twice a day, like holy shit, like you're already like killing it.
Yep. And canned chicken, they all have high protein
yields. Yeah.
So you can easily, like your chicken salad has a ton of protein in it.
Yeah, because everything I put in it has basically protein because it's like the cream
Except
cheese
for the green onions.
Yeah. Oh, well, the veggies part. Yeah, because like the cream cheese is there that has protein. The regular cheese is there that has protein. The chicken has protein. The bacon, like it's just the jalapenos and the onions.
Yep.
But then I get all the nutrients from that. So it's pretty cool.
So it's fine.
So I think like one sitting's like 25 grams.
That's crazy.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So there are easy ways to get in your protein. I like salami and cheese packs.
Yes.
You guys all know that I love my salami and cheese. I get them from Costco. They come in a little sheet and it's like $10 for all of them.
Yeah.
And I absolutely adore them. It's easy. Sometimes it's my dinner at night.
It can be.
Because I'll have that and some nuts, my wasabi soy sauce almonds. There's my dinner.
There you go.
And it's easy. It's satisfying because I'm getting what I want.
Right.
Right. On some nights I try to have a Flex Pro at least 2 to 3 times a week because they're easy. They're good.
And they're full of protein.
So I very highly recommend those also because
you love them.
It's easy for me because being a single person, again, it's really hard to cook for a single person.
Right.
Because you're like, what's the point? Or like last night, I didn't get home. We weren't done here until almost 9.
Yep.
So then I'm going to go home and cook a full meal at 9:00 at night? No.
No, you just pop in your Flex Pro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I love the Carnita Crunch. That is my jam right now.
Yeah.
So I get the carb, what is it? The carb something tortillas. They're the little mini street taco ones.
Yeah.
And I take the Carnita Crunch and I put some avocado ranch on the bottom.
There you go.
Put the Carnita Crunch in the middle of it, and it's like a little taco, and it's so good.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
It's so good. So
what I'd like, if you guys are, when you're listening to this, is message us your ideas of protein, like what you use.
What are you eating?
Because we want to keep the variety going,
Mhm.
because I know we all get tired of the same foods all the time. Because
Definitely.
it causes burnout, and then that causes you to like
Backslide. Yeah.
Yeah.
Slip, not slide.
Exactly. Slip, not slide.
And you are allowed to live your life.
Yeah, live that damn life.
You know what? If you want to have a crumble cookie, have a crumble cookie.
Yeah.
Just don't make it an everyday thing, which I have thought, but I have not had crumble cookie in like a week and a half.
Yeah, it's the behavior and the habit.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yep.
Yeah.
And it's those dopamine levels. So anytime I eat a crumble cookie, my dopamine is going crazy.
you're getting a dopamine hit and you feel good.
So then I'm like, oh, I want to eat another crumble cookie because it made me feel good last time.
Yeah, because it's muscle memory for you.
Mhm.
So it's just like riding a bike. Like you get on it, you know how to do it. Same thing with the cookie. Like you eat it, your brain feels good. So now like a week later, it's like, hey, we felt really good last week.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go do that again? Like it's interesting how our brains work. It's pretty crazy.
It's hard to fight against too.
Yeah.
Real hard.
Because I fought against chocolate yesterday. So
yeah.
I did. But I have my built.
Yep.
Like you got to have backups. I think that's the thing we've learned, especially being so far post-op, is like I am 6 years. I'm doing good, but I need to make sure like I have backups when I have those cravings.
And that's why I like the Yazzo bars. I get them again at Costco, big box, which I still need to bring these over. They're still in the box in my freezer. Pick them up on Thursday. But I go in, I grab my mint chocolate ice cream bar and I have that and I'm good. But the minute that I am out of those, I will go towards anything.
Yeah.
So it's like I have to make sure that I order my Yazzo bars.
There you go.
Like I have to have my Flex Pro and I have to have my Obvi. Like there are certain things in my life that I have become like I find that like, oh, I don't do this if I have this.
Exactly.
And so that's kind of the balance of finding your protein. Right?
I like that. Yeah.
So you're saying, okay, if I have all my protein, then that's going to not cause me to go like it's going to cause me to stay more on plan.
It does.
Than if I don't get my protein and then I'm going to want to eat everything and anything in sight. And that's not going to be good for you, especially newly post-op.
No. It's just tough because that's when you find out like you have some issues. So been there, done that.
Yeah. Oh, we both been.
Yep. I think everybody goes through some sort of it.
I feel like I was good until I hit my 1 year.
Yeah.
And then the moment that I hit my 1 year, I was like, oh, I can try that. Yeah, I could have a little bit of that. That's fine.
Yeah.
And then my husband left me. And then that became more of a reason to eat cake.
That's right.
And then cake got introduced.
I would just say, like, I told my brother this 2 days ago because he was asking, like, hey, I haven't lost weight. What do you think? Like, what's going on? And I started having to, like, run through his day. And he had, like, a crepe. A crepe's not going to make you gain weight.
No.
But it can make you not lose weight because your body's like, what is this? And I was like, hey, like, I don't know if that's your trigger food, but like, just don't introduce your trigger food because I told him, I was like, I wish I never introduced some trigger foods.
Yeah.
Because he's like, yeah, I don't crave them. I go, you won't crave things that you haven't introduced again. Once you introduce, you're fucked. So like, I understand, like I have a full relationship when it comes to like that Hershey bar with almonds. Should have never introduced it. Should have just left it there. You know? So like, there's certain things I'm happy that I did. I want my cheesecake. I like me some fucking cheesecake. Yeah. So I'm okay with that. But that's also something that like is a specialty item that like I have to go out and get, you know, I'm 3 houses down from a 7-Eleven. That's hard sometimes. Cause I was like, I can walk there. I walk miles. I can walk 3 houses down to get my Hershey with almonds, you know? So just be careful.
But you're going on a walk, so it's fine.
Right? There's so many ways to justify it. It's insane. So just be careful is what we're saying. Get your protein in. It's super important. If you're hitting stalls, just start calculating just a couple days in a row and see am I just low on protein?
Yeah, or just rattle through what you're doing.
Yeah.
What you've done in the last, and realize that it's not necessarily the last like couple of days.
Mm-mm.
It's probably over the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
Because that's like, it's going to catch up to you.
Well, that's what Dr. D said, is that like it takes your body to feel like it's almost 3 to 4 days to feel what you did to it. Like 3 or 4 days ago. So just know like that's the cycle that it's under. So
Definitely.
So just be careful, get your protein, message us if you need anything, and send us all of the food tricks that you
all
have.
of the things.
Because we like to know all the things.
And we'd like to make a chart with all of the options for people that are newly post-op or still pre-op so they can be prepared.
Everybody, we love you.
And one more thing. I want to preface with saying, do your research on protein and see which ones have samples or not, because there are better proteins out there.
Yeah, you don't have to settle.
What you think.
You do not have to settle.
Yes, you do not have to go for the tasteless, watery proteins.
Yeah, find what you like. It's super important because that's going to make you successful.
Yes.
Eat what you like.
Eat what you like.
Damn
all
it.
right. That's all I had.
All right.
Thanks for joining us today, and we will see you
next time. Bye.